Hi everyone, my name is Brittany from Brittany Loves Reading, and this is my December TBR. I am so excited for December and all the reads that I have planned for the month of December. I am only participating in 2 readathons this month. I'm participating in Holiday Rom-Comathon, which is just a weekend-long readathon hosted by Michelle from Michelle's Libraries, Bree from Four Paws in a Books, and Aoife from Pretty Purple Polka Dots. So I am participating in that, as well as Holiday Havocathon. I am co-hosting, and my TBR for Holiday Havocathon will be coming up as a separate video since I'm co-hosting that readathon. So that'll be up in about a week. So look forward to that. This is just what I'll be reading for Rom-Comathon, as well as everything else that I plan on reading in the month for buddy reads, book clubs, videos, all sorts of things. The holidays is the time where I just dive into contemporary romance. So that is what almost 90% of this TBR is. And the first pick is the choice for the Reads with B&K book club, which is my book club with Kelsey from Reads with Kelsey. I will put all the info for that down below. And the book that we've chosen for December is The Holiday Swap by Maggie Knox. I am so excited for this. This is blurbed as Gilmore Girls meets The Parent Trap. And frankly, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? Everybody wants that. So this book follows twins Charlie and Cass. Charlie is in an LA reality show baking competition, and Charlie somehow loses her sense of taste and smell ahead of the competition. So her and Cass decide to switch places. Charlie will go run the family bakery and Cass will come compete in the competition as each other, and they do a little twin swap. And who doesn't need that in their lives? This is everything I want. Everything. The next book I have been seeing everywhere and I need to read it, and it is Love Light Farms by B.K. Borison. I need to read this book. I'm actually doing it as a buddy read with Kelsey and Neva, and I'm so excited. This takes place on a Christmas tree farm, and yes, please, romance, Christmas tree farm, loving it. I just found out it's the first in a series, so if I love it as much as I think I'm going to, and as much as everybody who's talking about this loved it, I will need to get all of the series. Are you ready for another holiday romance? And that is Window Shopping by Tessa Bailey. This follows Stella and Aiden. Stella has been hired to do the windows at the Vivant department store. Aiden is her boss, and they start to have a commingling, as we say, and I'm assuming a romance comes from there. I'm expecting smut because it's Tessa Bailey, and that's what I'm expecting. So the next book I plan on reading is Kiss Her Once for Me by Allison Cochran. This is a book that was not on my radar until I did sprints a couple weeks ago, and I asked in the comments for romance recommendations. I wanted some queer romances to put on my TBR, and this was one of the ones recommended to me, and I'm very excited to read it. It's sapphic. Ellie is working in a bookstore. She meets this woman in a bookstore and has a magical night with her, falls head over heels, and the next day loses this woman's contact information and also loses her job at the bookstore. She gets a job at the local coffee shop, and her boss, Andrew, for reasons that I'm not sure of, decides to do a marriage of convenience with Ellie that will help Ellie with her financial woes and help him with something that he needs help with. I don't know what. So they agree. So they agree to this fake fiance, Andrew and Ellie. Then Ellie meets Andrew's sister, and it happens to be the woman that she met back at the start of the book. Doesn't that sound so good? I'm very excited to see how this works itself out. There's so many things in here that I like. Fake dating, all the things. All the things. This has all of the things. So I can't wait to read this. Last month, I started the Wedding Date series by Jasmine Guillory, and I plan on continuing that for a reading through a series on my channel. So I'm going to read the next 2 books in the series, which are The Wedding Party and The Royal Holiday. I did kind of plan this out so that I would be reading The Royal Holiday around Christmas because it is a Christmas book that is in this series. So, you know, I love it when it all works out. This is Maddie's book, but it is also Theo's book. Both of these characters are in the first book in the series. They are best friends to Alexa, who is the first couple in this series. It is Alexa and Drew's wedding, and both of them are sharing the bridal duties, Theo and Maddie, and I think some romance occurs, and I'm very excited because Maddie and Theo were both characters from the first book that I really, really liked. So I'm excited to see their romance in this book. So the Royal Holiday is actually Maddie's mother's books, Vivian, who I do not know Vivian yet. I'm assuming we probably meet her in one of the books I haven't read yet in the series. But Vivian is Maddie's mother. She is going to England for a holiday around Christmas and goes on a private tour of something to do with the Queen and meets Malcolm, who has worked for the Queen for quite a long time, and romance ensues because it's contemporary romance and I'm here for it. So that is all the contemporary romance that's on this TBR. It's not everything that is on this TBR though. And I do have some other contemporary romance that is going to be in my Holiday Havocathon TBR. Again, that'll come out next week. So let's just say I'm reading a lot of contemporary romance, but I do have a couple of other things that I have planned. I do plan on binging an entire series in December. It is only a trilogy, and it's a trilogy that you may be surprised I have not read because a lot of people have read this trilogy and I have not. It is a middle grade classic series, I would say, and I have not read it. And it is the Dark Materials series by Philip Pullman. I have never read this. It is polar fantasy, so perfect to read it around the holiday season with snowy vibes, and I'm going to binge this entire series. The Golden Compass, The Subtle Knife, and The Amber Spyglass. For those that don't know, I'm just going to do the synopsis of the first book because obviously the other two would spoil the first and I'm not looking into it because I actually know very little about this series, even though it's very popular. I don't actually know that much about what happens. It follows Lyra, and she is one of the scholars of Jordan College with her demon familiar at her side. But when her uncle shows up, it throws her into the struggle born of gobblers and stolen children, witch clans and armored bears, and she hurtles toward danger in the cold, far north. So I think I'm gonna love this whole series. Most people do. So I have high hopes, and I will be reading it for the first time this December. Then the last book on this TBR is a buddy read that I'm doing with Amy. Check out her channel. It'll be in the description box. And it is A Man Called Uwe. I'm so excited to read this. If you've seen my Beartown vlog, Beartown broke me in a way that no series has ever done before, and I need more Frederick Bachman in my life. So I need to read this. This is on my 5-star predictions video, and Amy was like, do you want to buddy read it? And I was like, heck yes. So here we are. We're gonna buddy read this, and I'm very excited. So I'm not really even sure what this book is about other than it's about Uwe, and he's kind of like an old man who is trying to make his way in the world and is kind of irritated by most of these younger people that he comes in contact with. That is pretty much my very limited knowledge synopsis of this book, but I need to read this. The new movie for this is either out or coming out really soon with Tom Hanks, and I need to read the book to watch the movie. So this month, I'm so excited for this. This is definitely a 5-star prediction for me, and I am so excited to read it. I'm so excited. And that's the end of my December TBR. We made it. I, again, will have my Holiday Havocathon TBR going up later as a separate TBR, but thank you so much for watching this one. Is there any of these books that you've read that you liked? Let me know down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.